MLB Playoff Roundup. Dodgers go back-to-back in Game 7 thriller. A day after an exciting Game 6, baseball fans were treated to the two best words in sports on Saturday. Game 7. With a roller coaster half-dozen games behind us, the drama in the final contest between the Blue Jays and Dodgers did not disappoint. It will likely go down as one of the greatest games we've seen in some time, ultimately producing the first consecutive World Series winners since the Yankees in 2000. World Series Game 7. Los Angeles Dodgers 5, Toronto Blue Jays 4. Dodgers win World Series 4-3. Both squads made valiant efforts to get this game started hot, the first inning seeing leadoff knocks on either side. Neither amounted to anything, as the scoreboard operator was able to take a breather during the first two innings of Game 7. In the bottom of the third, after George Springer led the frame off with a single and Vlad Guerrero Jr. walked, we got our first action. With Shohei Ohtani still keeping things calm in his high-stakes start, he served up a first-pitch slider to Bo Bichette, which he belted into center for a no-doubt three-run homer. The second deck shot was a major blow for the Dodgers, but they answered back in their half of the fourth. Will Smith led things off with a double and was eventually scored thanks to a sac fly from Teoscar Hernandez. After 4 innings, Toronto led the season's final game 3-1. Bichette's homer knocked Ohtani out of the game as a pitcher, and Max Scherzer's exit ticket came in the 5th, when he allowed the first 2 batters to reach, but Lewis Varland escaped the inning without any more runs scoring for LA. The 6th inning saw both the Jays and Dodgers plating another run, as a sacrifice fly from last postseason's hero Tommy Edman put LA to within 1 run. The Jays countered in the bottom half of the frame with an RBI double from Andres Giménez, bringing the Toronto lead back to 2 runs. Unsurprisingly, Game 7 was an all-hands-on-deck affair for both the Blue Jays and Dodgers. LA brought in Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell to the mound in this one, while Toronto brought in phenom Trey Yesavage for an inning and change out of the bullpen, only the beginning of starters making their mark in this one. In the 8th inning, still trailing by a couple of runs, the Dodgers were in need of a boost. They found it with 1 out in the inning, when Max Muncy hit a moonshot down the right field line to cut the deficit to just 1 run. The Dodgers now had a big hit, but they were still trailing in Game 7, and the Jays had closer Jeff Hoffman on the bump, hoping to wrap up their first World Series win in over 3 decades. In the 9th, drama was looming with Ohtani due up third, but the hero was an unlikely candidate. With 1 out in the inning, Miguel Rodas golfed a 3-2 pitch and lined it into the seats in left field. In a dramatic turn, Game 7 was tied up in the 9th inning. This may come as a shock, but a tied bottom of the 9th in Game 7 of the World Series did not disappoint in terms of drama. The Blue Jays loaded the bases, now facing Yoshinobu Yamamoto a day after he started Game 6, and Rodas would be the one to come up big again, this time in the field. Dalton Varsho rolled a ball to him at second, and Rodas turned and fired to Smith at home, who just barely got his toe to the plate in time to record the out and save the Dodgers' season. The Dodgers ended the inning with yet another close play, this time with Andy Pages running over his fellow outfielder to catch a ball on the warning track for the 3rd out. Never a doubt, surely, for Dodgers fans. Game 7 was headed to extras. The Dodgers also loaded the bases in the top of the 10th, but thanks to another play at the plate and another reviewed play at first base, no runners successfully touched home plate once again. The bottom half of the 10th went quietly, with the Jays going down 1-2-3. After 2 quick outs in the top of the 11th, with this game still awaiting another signature moment, Will Smith delivered. Off of Shane Bieber, he lifted a 2-0 pitch into the bullpen in left field, giving the Dodgers a 5-4 lead in front of a stunned Toronto crowd. With their backs now against the wall, Guerrero Jr. continued to do his part in the bottom of the 11th, leading off the inning with a double for the Jays. A sac bunt got him to third base, before Addison Barger walked to put the winning run on base against Yamamoto. That left Alejandro Kirk at the plate with 1 out, runners at first and third, and the 2025 season truly on the line. After digging himself into a 0-2 count, the final play of the season saw Kirk breaking his bat on a grounder up the middle, in what was a tailor-made 6-3 double play ball. After an exhausting 7 games on both sides, the Dodgers had won their second consecutive World Series. It was certainly one of more exciting fall classics in recent memory, proven by the idea that an 18th-inning walk-off homer may not be the most memorable moment in this international 7-game duel. Whatever can be said about the Dodgers, it is becoming impossible not to laud their success over the last handful of seasons, as they can now add back-to-back championships to their list of accomplishments. All of this culminates in a bit of a sad feeling, as we enter a long baseball-less winter yet again. I think I speak for everyone here in saying thank you for following along throughout the 2025 season.